Open Call Film Commission, Rural Cultural Heritage. Cymru Wledig, Elpip Rural Wales and Pontio, Bangor University are looking for a creative practitioner or filmmaker to create a short film to accompany a research project exploring cultural heritage that is part of Welsh rural life. Events celebrating the project and the presentation of the film will take place on the 30th of September 2025. A fee of £2,500 will be offered to include all fees and expenses, including production and travel costs. Note that this is the entire budget for the film element. Closing date for applications is the 30th of June 2025. The selectors are Osian Gwyn, Director of Pontio Arts, Ifiona Thomas Lane, Cymru Wledig, Elpip Rural Wales, and Ellen Bonner, Cymru Wledig, Elpip Rural Wales. Background. Cymru Wledig, Elpip Rural Wales is a project that aims to address the unique challenges and opportunities faced by rural communities in Wales. By bringing together academic researchers, policymakers, local authorities and community stakeholders, the project aims to develop evidence-based policies supporting sustainable development, economic resilience and social inclusion across rural areas of Wales. Spread over 6 floors, Pontio is Bangor University's Arts Centre. The building houses a flexible, medium-sized theatre named after Bryn Terfel, a studio theatre and a cinema, as well as a wide range of facilities such as lecture theatres, the Students' Union, study and dining areas. There is entertainment from the latest films to live music, plays, children's shows, orchestras, dance and more. Cymru Wledig, Elpip Rural Wales and Pontio are collaborating on a responsive research project that explores rural heritage in Wales. As part of this work, we will be undertaking case studies in 3 different locations across rural Wales and conducting interviews with individuals involved in rural cultural heritage. We will use this data as the basis for a research report with associated policy recommendations. Alongside this, as a related but completely separate element, we are keen to commission a short film that will present a taste of this particular culture. The research and the film will relate to each other in terms of highlighting the cultural heritage of rural Wales, but the film will not necessarily involve those contributing to the research, nor adhere to the research areas that make up the case studies. The film element aims to create a piece of creative work that celebrates rural cultural heritage and also stands on its own feet as a piece of art. Brief. Intangible cultural heritage is an integral element of contemporary Welsh culture and is linked to by the Welsh Government to the well-being and community cohesion. Intangible cultural heritage is defined by UNESCO as follows: the practices, representations, expressions, skills, knowledge, as well as the instruments, objects, artefacts and cultural spaces associated therewith, that communities, groups, and in some cases individuals recognise as part of their cultural heritage. Cultural heritage is manifested within society as traditions and spoken phrases, the performing arts, social practices, rituals and celebrations, knowledge and practices related to nature and the universe, and traditional craftsmanship. Within the context of rural Wales, this could possibly include community eisteddfodau, plygain o'r Clywedol, sheepdog trials, young farmers clubs, rallies and agricultural shows, to name but a few. In rural Wales, intangible cultural heritage is often ignored within public policy, despite its value to well-being and community identity. While cultural challenges such as the emigration of young people are recognised, little attention is paid to the central role of traditional cultural practices in the well-being of communities. Without proper recognition and support, this culture is in danger of being lost. With this context in mind, we would like the successful applicant to create a short film, no more than 5 minutes long, that offers a taste of rural Wales's cultural heritage with the aim of highlighting and celebrating this culture. This may include agricultural shows, choral practices, hedge laying, ploughing or shearing competitions, sheepdog trials, young farmers rallies, to name but a few possibilities. We would like the visual artist or filmmaker to document examples of rural cultural heritage in creative ways that is typical of their artistic style. In other words, this is not a slick corporate commission. Rather, we are looking for a creative response to a topic that will be a means of raising awareness, engaging and celebrating the range of cultural heritage that is integral to rural life. The film will be shown on a large screen with sound within a public area in Poncha on the day of the launch of the research report. It will also be used at other events to promote the project. It may also be shared online in the future, and there is an ambition to show it publicly in other centres as well, if possible. The aim of the Commission is to raise awareness, engage and celebrate a range of rural cultural heritage in Wales, to offer an opportunity for an artist or practitioner to develop original work. We will prioritise applications that demonstrate awareness and understanding of the culture that is the subject of the work, that show empathy with the countryside while also looking out to the world, that give consideration to the Welsh language, that are original and high quality, that are thoughtful, and that use the medium in a compelling and striking way, conveying a sense of place. Expectations and results. We expect the successful candidate will visit Poncha and meet with the director and the project coordinator. The project will need to be developed in close cooperation with the designated staff members and keep to the project timeline and deadlines agreed upon. It will be necessary to keep in regular contact with the project coordinator, Ellen Bonner. The candidate will be responsible for creating and organising the work. It will be necessary to agree in advance through the coordinator which activities, events, groups or individuals will be filmed in order to ensure eligibility, and permission to film will need to be secured following Poncha's procedures. We anticipate that this will include visiting a small range of various events and activities across Wales. Please note that travel costs are part of the fee, and unfortunately no additional costs can be claimed. The work will need to be original and created specifically for this project. We will not consider work that has already been created. The work should be suitable for all ages. Results should include a short film with audio up to 5 minutes long, suitable for screen and online viewing as an MP and horizontal. Subtitles in Welsh and English will be required. The funders will need to be recognised as part of the work, e.g. logos at the end, and a brief description of the work and high-res images will need to be provided for promotional purposes. Support. Ellen Bonner will be the main contact for this work and will be available to support the successful candidate. Poncha's marketing team will promote the project across a variety of platforms. Poncha can also offer access to Bangor University's translation service. How to apply. An application should be made by email and should include the following: your contact details, your current CV to include relevant experience and skills, a written proposal or voice note describing how you will respond to the brief, how you will deal with the various elements of the project, and how you will address the specific goals and considerations set out above. Not more than 500 words or 4 minutes. Relevant visual material to support your proposal, including examples of previous work, up to 8 examples. For moving image or AV, please provide a link via Vimeo, YouTube or website, etc., along with the relevant passwords. Links to websites, up to 4 sites containing examples of your work. Please feel free to provide a letter of support, especially if you are an artist who is at the beginning of your career. Please email your application to Ellen Bonner by 5 p.m. on Monday the 30th of June 2025, clearly stating the project you're applying for. We will notify you whether or not your application has been successful by the 4th of July. Depending on the number of requests, it may not always be possible to provide feedback, but we'll do our best to respond to requests where possible. Contact details and further information. Ellen Bonner, ellen.bonner@bangor.ac.uk, www.lpip.cymru, www.poncha.co.uk.